Alright, everybody, today was the final episode of Season 1 of Marvel's What If. This one was titled, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath? So, if you watched the last one, you know that Ultron Infinity, I think is like his actual name, he's destroying the multiverse, so the Watcher had no other choice but to go to Doctor Strange Supreme and ask for help. This episode pretty much just picks up with Captain Carter during the events of the Winter Soldier. And this part was so awesome. You get the Captain Carter suit, but like with the Winter Soldier feel, like it's like dark blue and silver. It looks really cool. And she jumps out of the plane without a parachute, just like Captain America does. She's fighting Batroc the Leaper. And she like has this startled face, and he's like, "What?" And she's like, "Do you see that?" And then the Watcher's just like watching, looking at them, and he's like, "Captain Carter, you've been chosen." Snatches her up. Flash forward to the Dairy Queen from episode 2. Ego is taking control of Peter Quill. T'Challa Star-Lord comes in, puts a bomb on Ego's chest, boom, blows him up, saves Peter Quill, and then the Watcher shows up. T'Challa, Star-Lord, you have been chosen. Snatches him up. Then it shows Shuri and Pepper like charging in to like Killmonger's, like King Killmonger's room. And Killmonger's in there. Watcher shows up and says, "Killmonger, you've been chosen." Takes him. The last one he takes, I believe, is Thor. And this one's really funny because he's trying to tell Thor he's been summoned, but Thor just doesn't hear him because Thor's too busy being Thor and taking out Ultron robots. So he just has to actually grab Thor, and Thor just like and like screams. It's so funny. But the place they meet up is like this pub looking place. It's like supposed to be the pub from Captain America, and they get to go over this plan. It gives you like Avengers Endgame feels with all of them like trying to pitch like, all right, how are we gonna do this? He also grabs Gamora from an episode that we didn't even get to see. It got pushed back because of COVID. It's supposedly supposed to be in season 2 now, but it's definitely gonna feel out of place because it takes place before this, but it'll still be a good time, and I'm really interested to see it. So Gamora is also there, and in her universe, she apparently killed Thanos, and she like just be chilling with Tony Stark apparently in space. Gamora has like a thing that can like destroy Infinity Stones, so that's what their plan is. They're gonna take the Infinity Stones from Ultron, destroy them, and then beat him. They go back to the Earth from last week's episode originally, where Hawkeye and Black Widow were the only survivors. And when they get there, they are met by Black Widow. And let me tell you, the action in this episode is top notch. The animation is top notch. The voice acting is top notch. There's a lot of cool things in the final battle stuff. I'm not gonna go into all of it, but one of the scenes that really like stuck with me is the one where the Soul Stone is on the ground, and you think everyone's trying to get it, but it's just like the frame is just on the stone, and you're seeing all the fighting in the background. At one point, I think Ultron picks it up and then gets hit and just like stays on the Soul Stone. But it was awesome. So what ends up happening is Black Widow finds the arrow that had Arnim Zola's consciousness or whatever programming in it. So she makes this shot towards Ultron. Peggy Carter pulls like the actual Ultron part of Vision up, which is really cool because like that's like vibranium, you know. And so is Vision, but hits him in the eye. So now Ultron and Arnim Zola are in this like, I don't know, ones and zeros fight. Arnim Zola wins, but that's not necessarily a good thing. After he has nothing to do with the stones, Killmonger takes them, and he's Killmonger, so he's like, can't be trusted, becomes a bad guy again. But so is Arnim Zola, so now they're both fighting over the stones. And Doctor Strange is like, oh, we were never meant to win. We were just supposed to contain the stones. So what he does is makes like a little pocket thing, like a pocket reality, and keeps them in it. So now he just watches over that from his own pocket reality that the Watcher takes him back to. The Watcher returns them all to the place, like the place and time where he took them, so nothing's supposed to be affected except for Black Widow. He sends her back to the universe from episode 3, where all the Avengers were brutally murdered by Hank Pym. Still one of my personal favorites. So like, I don't necessarily know why he did that, other than that she would be like the only person alive. So it's like, I guess just out of his heart, he said, I can't take her back there. But yeah, so who knows where that's gonna go. I'm really excited for season 2. There was a post-credit scene, or a mid-credit scene, whatever you want to call it, and it's back in Peggy Carter's universe, and Black Widow is like, hey, we just found something, you might want to brace yourself. And Peggy Carter's out. With the stuff I've seen now, try. And they're like, well, look what we found. And it's the Hydra Stomper. Really cool. And then Black Widow's like, and there's someone in it. So it just hints that Steve's alive, so she gets her little happy ending. But the creator also said that we're gonna see her again. So there's probably gonna be more of that in season 2. I really don't know how much of an effect this is gonna have on the grand scheme of the MCU. It seems pretty contained, unless the Watcher breaking his oath is gonna have some effect in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, or even Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know. It was a really good finale. I enjoyed it. Such an awesome show. Loved just about every one of them. I wouldn't say I loved all of them, but they're still very, very fun. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I'm hearing my opinions. Comment what you thought. And we're going to be doing episode reviews for Hawkeye, so come back for that as well. Thank y'all. Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.